Is the Comrade Show. Comrade Show.
Yes. Big welcome to you, all our viewers across the world. This is another superb edition of the Comrade Show, the one we call the Comrade and Friends, that has been nicknamed by one of us here as the Sunday Tonic. Please share the broadcasts, both on our Facebook and YouTube handles. You are all welcome to today's program. So before we go on, I just want to introduce regular faces on this program. First, I want to introduce my brother who actually nicknamed this program the Sunday Tonic. I'm talking of Comrade Pharmacist Austin Agboje Iremira. Comrade Iremira.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tony Agbons. It's always a pleasure to be in your company. To our fans and all our viewers today, I say good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. You are welcome to your darling program, the one we call the Sunday Tonic, the Comrade and Friends. Always a pleasure. Please stay tuned, enjoy the program, and remember the deal, always share.
Thank you so much, Comrade Pharmacist Iremira. Good to see you, my brother. We also have in the house our CNC, the Commander-in-Chief of the Comrade Show, the one that knows all the Inwinwizi himself. He knows the local government in and out. I'm talking of no other person than my brother, Comrade Lamte Ikponwosa Oriaki. The Comrade, greet your people.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tony Agbons. Yes, Edo people and Nigerians across the world, greetings to you all. It's the Comrade Show. We are glad to welcome you to join us. Please, you know the drill. Just let's share the program so that we can have a lot more people join us. It's going to be a very exciting one. Dr. Agbons, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. And I want to introduce the last but not the least. We have a special guest, like most of you would have seen on our flyer during the week. One of our elders in the Edo State community, in the diaspora. I'm talking of no other person than Elder Irabo Godwin. Greet our people all over the world.
Thank you, Dr. Agbons and the Comrade Show for having me here. And my people all over the world, I say good evening.
Thank you very much, Epa. Obokiansa.
Oh, yeah.
So, Epa is going to be with us on the show today, and Epa is going to be sharing with us his experience in Edo State. Epa recently was on holiday. Epa is based in Italy, and he was recently on holiday in Benin City in Edo State, and Epa went around the whole place, and he's going to be sharing with us, Edo people all over the world, his experience as far as governance and other issues is concerned in Edo State. We're also going to be looking at the Eden Day, which is coming up next week, 14th of February, and we're also going to be looking at the finale of the ongoing African Cup of Nations, which unfortunately our dear Super Eagles have been kicked out long ago, but we'll be looking at it. So I want to welcome all of you, our viewers. Please share this broadcast, share the broadcast, don't watch it alone. So without much ado, we are going to go straight to our package for today. Like I've said, we have a special guest. Our special guest, Elder Godwin Irabo. Epa was born in Uronigbe town. But Epa grew up in Benin City, Oedo, Epanangwa. Epa, growing up, was a youth leader. And in 1989, Irabo Godwin was elected to the then Bende State Youth Council as a provost. He occupied the position of provost of the Bende State Youth Council. Later on, he served as the vice president of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Edo State. this was a time when now Honorable Elizabeth Ativie was, president of the Youth Council. This was in 1994. On moving to Europe, that is a power move to Italy, he became a founding member of the Edo National Association, Italy, and a member of the Edo Elder Forum in Italy. So, having a part here today, we are really glad. He's a busy man. It's taking us a little bit of time to get a part to be with us. So we are really happy to have him. And we also want to let our viewers know that our intention on this program this year is that we'll be engaging not just with Edo State citizens all over the world, both in Nigeria and abroad. We'll also be engaging, we'll be bringing Edo State government officials to talk to us, to mingle with Edo people so that we know what is going on. Like it's often said, when people are not informed, they get deformed. It is in the midst of misinformation that rumors begin to spread. So even next week, we are going to be having, the Honorable Commissioner for Education here on this program. So we'll be talking about that later. So going straight, we just want to start our discussion with EPA. Pale, we know you just came from holiday from Edo State. Very briefly, how was your holiday, sir? We hope you enjoyed all the groove. How was your holiday? We'll start from there.
Thank you, Dr. Agbons. Of the fact, I think this has been one of my best holiday in Nigeria in recent time. Yeah, it was a quite experience. Unlike what we hear when we are in Europe, most of the things we hear here are not quite correct. You have to go home yourself and see for yourself. Like what I particularly am very, very much impressed with is the sense of security now prevailing in Edo State, especially Benin City. This is the only time in recent year that you don't hear any court-related killings or armed robberies. I remember a few years ago when I visited, by 9 o'clock, everybody are already indoors. Fear will not allow you to come out. But this time around, you can even walk as you want, even midnight. Sometimes I leave my hotel midnight just to go to pub around to relax. And I come back without no harassment or embarrassment. Even the day I was leaving Nigeria, I woke up 4 o'clock and I took the car by 5. I was already out. I went to Upper Sakoba. You know, Upper Sakoba was a no-go area in those days. But this time, I was so free. Imagine driving around Upper Sakoba by 5 a.m. in the morning. So I will praise our able governor for that security measure he put in place. That aside, there are other landslide experience too, apart from that security. I know I have a property at Kenwan Road. I saw the work he's doing on that road too. Dry season to dig a ground is very, very cumbersome. But you see all these Aboki, all these Hausa people still working on those roads. That is to tell you that all these things that they have been saying that it's not working. I don't believe that is true. There are a lot of work going on there. Let me talk a little about the electricity too. In that, although we still have a lot way to go about the electricity in those states, especially Benin City. But with what I've heard in the GROA side or towards the ring road, there's almost always constant supply of electricity, if not for the court injunction now delaying this thing. It's not left for all of us to now press on these people that is disturbing the governor for working on this issue. The only thing I will see that he have not tried at all is about the traffic situation in Edo State, especially Benin City. At a time, traffic was so smooth. But recently, even my experience there this time, oh my God, I just said it that if you can drive in Benin City, there's nowhere in the world you cannot drive. With rampant disregard to traffic rules and regulations, and nobody is there to control or to correct. The traffic lights, they are not working. Even where you see traffic warding, after controlling for about 2 minutes, they are fed up. They will just go and stand and be watching. A journey that will take you about 2 minutes, you will now have to spend hours there just because of impatience that is worrying us. I know all over the world, the rule of engagement in traffic is people that have right of way, they have to come first. But in Benin, it's not like that. Everybody are entitled to right of way. Somebody coming from the lane will just enter and block you. By so doing, the flow of traffic will be jammed. There's no movement again. What would not take, what if we were patient enough, what would have taken us about 2 minutes will not take hours. If the governor can work fast on this, because before I left, I saw that there are some work still going on about this traffic light. They were along Airport Road. I saw some workers there trying to replace those traffic lights. Yeah, that now come to mind about our maintenance culture. When those traffic lights were placed, we also saw how it was going on. But because of lack of maintenance, that's how everything now just fell down. And this is the problem we are now facing.
Thank you, Pepa, very much for what you have told us. Pharmacist Iremiran, you are hearing Pepa sharing his citizen experience. He just came from Edo State, Benin City to be precise. What do you want to ask Pepa, pharmacist?
Thank you so much, Dr. Tony Agbons. Before I even ask Pepa any question, I want to make a comment because I'm very surprised, and I must congratulate the Comrade Show for taking this initiative to say that we should then begin to look for people that have gone to Benin City, even those in Benin, and those that have gone earlier on and plan to go, to ring us to get first-hand information. Because most times what we hear, sometimes they are not true. Sometimes they are. And I'm just so happy. I'm taken aback to hear these words coming from that Godwin Irabo, who has recently visited Benin City. For the purposes of this, our viewers should know, the gentleman talking to us is not a politician at all. So he has no interest. So whatever he's saying out of real genuineness and what he observed. And I was wondering, asking myself, could he be speaking the truth? Is he really talking of great Edo State and Benin? And even his experience with the issue of security and insecurity, he has given us a very perfect view. And I'm so happy, and I really want to thank him for taking time to come and share his experience with us about what happened in Edo State. I must say thank you so much, Elder, for taking time. And in the course of talking to us, you noted something about traffic. Of course, some people would argue that probably maybe commercial activity and people are so many, that's the reason why. But you've also given another aspect to it, which means that citizens are partly responsible for this because we don't follow due process and we don't follow the laws as regard the use of road. I'll say thank you so much for that, sir. And I'm so happy that you've given us the opportunity to talk about Edo State. My question for you, sir, haven't just come back and you have felt the ground. Do you think there is hope for citizens of Edo State to change? And how will you rate this government?
Yeah, thank you, my brother. I think when there's a will, there's a hope. It's just left for us. If we have the will to change, we'll win. Because one time you notice that most of us will behave like animals. We want to be pushed. We know the right thing to do, but we want to be pushed. I don't know what is going on nowadays sort of orientations we are now having with this present generation. You know that you're driving one way, you will block the traffic, but you will still do it. And I will just beg the authority involved not to relent in their hours, to still keep on pushing, because without pushing, our people will not change. We will leave them to it, it will get worse. So there is hope for us. If we really want to change, we will change. About the rating of the government, with my little experience, as you rightly said, although there is a saying that all humans, we are all are political, but I don't have any affiliation to any political parties at now. But I will say the governor is trying his best. He's trying with the little I've seen. It's not easy. It's not easy at all to govern a state like Edo State. Whether he even sacrifices life, people are still coming to criticize him. But he will still keep on trying. He will not just relent in his efforts. That's just my own. With the rating, I will still give at least 80% of performance rate as at now. Hope he doesn't go back on his efforts.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, pharmacist. Very good question. Anipa, thank you for the way you are brushing these questions very sharply. Comrade Ikpomosa Oriaki, what do you have to ask EPA?
First, I just want to thank you guys. And I want to thank EPA, Elder Godwin Irabo, for his time. I mean, everybody definitely will recall that, for a long time, we had championed, the cause of the governor, speaking about all the governor, does, governance in Edo State and all of that. And so this strategy to say, no, we've talked, everybody understand that, yes, we are supporters of the government, want the government to succeed. So we now want to hear directly from citizens. And I think it's a great initiative by the engine room of the Comrade Show. And now we are hearing from, I not only want to hear from people who want to speak like a pack, I probably want to hear from the naysayers, because apparently a lot of side talk is coming from so many corners. Oh, man, the government is not trying. But, the images we see, shows that some things are happening in Edo State that were not happening before. Roads are being built like the governor promised. And so my question actually is not really about anything, because before the governor was elected, there were promises made. Some of us campaigned with some of those promises. One of them is the issue of Socio power plant. And I think that we can, I want to take a part on that. The governor promised Edo people, unaware Socio power plant will provide street lighting for Edo people. Socio power plant will be an alternative, energy for Edo State people.
Mm.
And where Socio power plant is already powering government offices. And the street lights in the government will burn along different parts of Edo State. Now, Socio power plant, can you confirm that Socio power plant is actually working and light is becoming stable in some parts of Edo State?
Yeah, my brother, Comrade, you are 100% right. And it's not rumor, it's a fact. The Socio power plant is working. Although I haven't been there, but I can see that the street lights, they are all powered. And most of the GROs too. But I've not had the opportunity of speaking to anybody in government or anybody that have authority to speak on this. But what I'm hearing is that was the first phase. The second phase should have broadened more than this, giving light to more other offices and communities. But the power holdings in charge of Edo State took them to court that the governor doesn't have the constitutional right to provide electricity for citizens. And that's what is holding him back now. You know, Nigeria now, everything we want to use constitution, to use law to do things. But my query here is that why will you now quarry somebody that is trying to give light to his people where you are fed? But for us at now, he has tried in that aspect with what he has done. The street lights, they are all in full force.
Yes.
Especially those in the GROA and the airport road and environs.
Well, and apart from that, the street light has gotten to Edo North and Edo Central. So they are working, and as they are working, they are lighting up these areas. I mean, this is a promise made by the governor. You understand?
Yeah.
And these promises may not happen. Based on your experience, because the governor probably promised where he's going to do a lot on primary health, service, that you have provided primary health centers across the 192 wards. I mean, when Bakoto said your high risk grounds reach to the to the extent that
I cannot come here and lie to speak on what I did not experience.
Yes.
Because I just have a very few days in Nigeria. So that's your question. I cannot answer it because I did not have any cause to go to the hospital or to investigate. If I know all this thing was going to come up, I would have done a proper investigation.
No, you're in order. Don't worry. We will get to all those. All right,
it's okay. That would be
okay. But generally, on your own general assessment, how do you rate this governor in this administration with the previous government we've had in Edo State?
You cannot compare light and darkness. That is just what I just want to say here, because this present government, we all campaigned for him when he was coming in because we know what he can do with the first term. So this second term, he's still trying, but it's not what we expected, though. We wanted him to do more, but I understand that he's constrained by some certain factors. Like the previous administration, that one was just there to grab and to share money. And that is what this governor tried to block, that he now have enemies all over the places. You know, where you are eating before now, somebody is blocking you from eating. You will not be happy with him. You will try to find every fault, everything to put him down. Yeah. Let's just scatter everything. I think that's what is playing in Edo State. But I pray that the God of our land will see him through. He's trying his best.
Dr. Sorry, before you come on, because you only 1 and 9, then I'll hand over to you. You talk just now, sorry, I'm mixing this thing because somehow I just want to.
See, they do you for body. Carry on.
They do me for body.
Yeah.
You mentioned, you talk just now, you talk about a Kenwa Road.
Yeah.
Now, I know so you spend some time for you drive around the city and every other thing and all of that. Now, the question I want to ask now is road issues, road rehabilitation, and road development for Edo State under this government. What can you tell us? Well, I mean, what is the government doing?
Yeah, before I traveled to Nigeria, I had this impression that he was not doing anything. He was not doing anything, especially this second term, as people are just bombarding him in the social media. But until I got to Benin, I saw for myself. Although it's not 100% done, but with the little I saw, I can see that he's trying his best. To dualize that road, it's not an easy task. Like that Ekenwa road, I'm telling you now. The work, as I'm speaking now, the work is still going on in full jar.
Apart from Ekenwa road, other roads.
Other roads that I've been to, I can see some, they will say this is federal road that we're done, but I understand that he's still trying his own best to still see that those roads are passable. Benin City has one of the best networks of roads in the whole country. There are lanes every channel that you can easily pass through, and most of these roads, they are tied inside the city. We are not talking of major road now. The ones that are not tied, they are paved. So what else do we want? He's doing his best because I've driven around many roads, right? A Sapele road, that is the interior, not the major road. Towards the GROA side of it, I've seen that works are going on, and most of the roads they are paved and tied. The ones that are not tied, they are paved.
Oh, okay, Pa. I have a question. Pharmacist Remiren, hold on for me. This question has been on my tongue for a lot of time. I don't want it to fall off. Pa, what do you think is the reason why people are saying that this governor is not working? You just came from Benin. You just came from Edo State. In your own, because I know you talk to a lot of people, family members, friends. What is the reason why people keep saying this governor is not working? Tell us.
Some of the reasons are not far-fetched. One is this, that once somebody, like what we call reprobate mind, once you have made up your mind against somebody, there's nothing good coming out from that person again that you will just say. You've concluded even before knowing that person, even before seeing his work, you've concluded that he's not doing anything. That's one of it. And the another aspect of it is that many people, they are doing this because of their own selfish interest, their own personal interest, not just that the governor is not working. That's not their concern. Just maybe because the governor has taken food away from their mouth, where they used to siphon money, the governor have blocked it. So, like I said before, let us still do everything to pull him down. Thank God he's not coming back again to contest as a governor. But we should all support him to give him more encouragement, so still do more. And one thing I like about this governor is that he doesn't even listen to all those distractions. What he wants to do, he do it. That's why I remember they were calling him wait and see governor. He doesn't even have to consult you before doing things. I believe that he has the interest of the state at heart.
Thank you, sir. Pharmacist Remiren, one more question so that the park can go and do other things.
Thank you so much. I just want to encourage our viewers, especially those citizens from Edo State. Why don't you pick up the phone? Even if you have a contrary opinion to a part, it is good for you to air it out so that we can understand. Remember, this is the people's show. So, Epa, this is not my question, but this show is for the people. Yeah. One of our viewers today has just asked a question. I will put it directly to you.
It's okay.
It's Obanwoyi Egosa. It says, if anybody say Governor Obaseki is not trying, that person is blind. Elder Erabo, are you blind? Because
no, rephrase that question. He said, if anybody say Governor Obaseki is trying.
He said, if anybody say Governor Obaseki is trying, that person is blind. Epa, you have just come from.
I think we have a caller. If you don't mind, we just want to take this call. I'm sure it's calling for this program. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, what's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Tayo Asemuta, and I'm calling from London.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, regarding our neighbor governor, I came from Edo State, Benin City, November.
Yeah.
And I was so surprised because I had to take a friend of mine to Stadium Road and Zabayo as those areas. And it was in the night. It rained heavily. So I was already thinking, I said, how am I going to navigate this place? But I'm getting there, I found out that all the roads in that area are all tarred, not graded. I mean, tarred. So I asked my friend, I said, what's going on? Governor, don't tar. You mean all these roads are tarred? Say yes. I remember even from primary, secondary school when we used to walk down to Ogbeston. I've never seen those roads tarred. So for me, and I won't, it's there for everybody to see. I don't have any problem with it. He's doing a fantastic job, and I'll just encourage him to continue. I don't care what anybody is saying. When something is good, we should be courageous enough to say it the way it is. I don't really understand the kind of politics. You see people still want to say one or two things about him negatively, because I don't really understand what they want from a good governor or a good governor. So for me, if the one he can do, he's doing it. That's all I can say. So I will encourage him to continue. And may God bless his efforts and bless him and his family. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Please, if you are there, you are in the diaspora, you recently visited home, visited those states, and you have something to say. The number of the Comrade Show is displayed, is equally pinned on our page. You can just pick your phone and call and share your experience. We like to hear these things. For those who may not have traveled home in recent time, they want to know the true state of those states. And another caller is calling. I hope you don't mind, Dr. Agbons.
Yes, go ahead. Let's take our calls. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Let's take this call.
Please call in.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I think you were about asking me questions and you went off.
Okay, so I was just making a general statement. Thanks for your call, bro.
All right.
Thank you so much. Okay, it was the same caller. So, like I was saying, if you have just recently traveled to Edo State and you have something to say, whether it is positive or negative, doesn't matter. Call in. Let us hear.
All right. Thank you.
Sorry, another caller is coming.
Another call is coming.
Let's hear. We are hearing too many negative things. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yes, can you speak a bit loud, please?
Okay.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
From Norway.
From Norway. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, I was in Nigeria in August of last year. And the truth of the matter is, I am one of these people that are never satisfied with whatever our government is doing.
Yes.
I don't know if people can hear me.
We can hear you. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. I was there in August, and I'm one of those critics who I'm not always satisfied with whatever our government is doing. But to my amazement, I saw a lot of progress in Benin City. I saw it myself. Yes, our governor is trying. I have to commend him on that. But at the same time, I also believe that there are a lot that can be done when it comes to abandoned projects.
Yes.
So I commend our governor for that. He is doing a good job. I saw it personally in August. So I thank our governor and I thank you guys for bringing this topic up.
Thank you very much, my brother. God bless you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Our viewers, our numbers are displayed. It is +44 7438 22 9094. Please pick your phone and dial in. Like I said at the beginning of this program, it is when there is misinformation that confusion begins and people begin to lose energy. EPA is sharing with us a citizen experience. EPA is not in any political party. He's not a politician. So he's just speaking his mind as a citizen and a stakeholder in our dear state of Edo. So please, you that is there, pick your call, pick your phone and call. If you are, thank you. Somebody's
We have another caller.
Please, we'll take this call too.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Top of the day to you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, my comrade. I greet everybody on a good evening. My name is Omononya. I'm calling from Swiss.
Go ahead, sir. We can hear you.
For me, I've been following your program now, and I want to really say that I really appreciate you guys for this your wonderful program.
Thank you, sir.
What I see in this issue is, for me, I never regretted voting for Obaseki one day. See, tomorrow, Obaseki is doing his best. That government is one of the best government. For me, is one of the best government as far as Edo State is concerned. You understand? And Obaseki is the kind of person that he's not the type that like commissioning projects all the time, maybe inviting other dignity from outside to come and commission one or two projects. Obaseki have a lot of projects that a lot of people don't even know. You understand?
Yeah.
That a lot of people don't even know. So all Edo State citizens, all of us, we need to join hands together to make sure that, we support that guy. That guy is doing his best, and people always look only road, but there are other important things when it comes to
capacity.
How do I say it?
Capacity.
Human capital that is really doing. Obaseki is trying. We just need to appreciate him. That is what I see.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, Dr. Tony. Dr. Tony.
Yes, I
Yes,
see.
I think
Obamoyi is correcting. I think he made a mistake.
yes, at this point it will be wise for me to read that because the question I was trying to put to Ipa was that Obamoyi said if anybody says Obaseki is trying, that person is blind. I was going to ask Ipa if he was blind.
Thank you. Before that call, let me just
sorry, Ipa, before you come in, let's just take this caller. Just 1 minute, sir. Hello. 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 Hello.
I think we lost that call. So I think Pharmacist Remiran, you were trying to correct something.
Hello.
Please go ahead and correct that insinuation.
Yes.
Okay, let's hear from Berioba Sogi. Where are you calling from? Hello, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from London.
Okay, go ahead, ma'am.
We have been hearing from these people speaking, these grammar people, speaking about Obaseki. So I would have advised you people to invite market women. Some of market women to come and testify the work going on in Edo State.
Okay.
It would be better. So hear from the women too. We have been hearing from men. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you so very much. That makes a lot of sense.
That caller is wonderful. She wants a gender-sensitive approach to the discussion.
Yeah.
And again, the proper measurement of governance, okay, lies really with the people who are enjoying the dividends of governance.
Absolutely.
So, so they will give a proper perspective more than we can ever do. We will go spend 2 weeks, spend 1 week, spend 5 days sometimes.
Yeah. So, Epa, you want to say something?
Yeah. Let me quickly answer that brother that said anybody that said Obaseki is trying is blind.
No, anyway, he has corrected it.
The
all right, it's okay.
person has been corrected. The person was trying to say that anybody that said that he's not trying, that person is blind.
All right, thank you. Another thing, like what this woman just said now, I forgot to mention it too. That is one of the things that is drawing us back in Edo State. All these market women or trade union society. Benin City is one of the most expensive places to live in Nigeria.
Okay.
Because of this market women association or all these things, once you go and buy even food stuff, you cannot even buy, you cannot pay, because I understand that before any woman carry things from the village to the market, you must see this market women association or the trade union association. They are the one to determine what you are going to sell and the price attached to it. By so doing, price of foodstuffs and everything goes up. I invited a friend from Owerri. We went on our eateries to eat. At the end of the day, we paid 6,000, both of us. And he shouted, said, what? He said, do you know that if both of us eat the same food and even more with more quality in Umaya, we will not pay more than 3,000. Why is it those things high like this? Common pure water that they say in the other state 10 naira or some are even still selling 5. Benin City is 20 naira. So if the governor can wedge into this, let everybody have free will of selling their things. Absolutely. Without belonging to any association. Things will go down.
I think Orukbe has been very much on this campaign let's take another caller.
Market association.
Yeah. Hello. Hello, we can hear you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from France. My name is Socio-economic.
Mr. Socio-economic, go ahead, sir. We can hear you.
I don't have much to say, really, but I just wanted to know what Obaseki is doing about the south of Canada,
Mr. Ahi, next Sunday, we are going to be playing host to the Commissioner for Education. Okay, she's going to be here with us live on this program. Mr. Ahi, if you are listening to me, I'm saying on Sunday next week, when we are hosting the Commissioner for Education, call in and ask this your question. Okay, she will be able to answer it, I'm sure. All right, sir.
Thank you very much. I think we will be rounding up now so that the park can go to other things. Pale, I just want to ask you this question. You've talked about the negative noise. People who have been used to the old ways that we do things, who are not happy with the government, because most of the people just keep calling Obaseki Obaseki. Obaseki is just one person in government. The government is not Obaseki, you know. So, what would be your advice to Edo people globally with respect to not just this Obaseki government, because government will come and go. When I was growing up, Ogbemudia was our governor, or whatever they call him. So what is your advice?
Can we take this caller, sir?
Go on.
Before a pack comes on.
Yes.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, is that Comrade Show?
This is the Comrade Show. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Oh, my name is Netme. I'm coming from Canada. I just want to contribute to about those things because I just came back.
Oh, go ahead, Netman. Go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay. The truth is that and our boy is saying the truth about the light. That one is true. About the road, Obaseki is doing a good thing in the road, and the light in residential houses. I think they are trying too because they were sharing it. They were sharing the lights, 3 times a day. Some of them we get from 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. Then from 1 to 5. Then from 7 to 10. So I don't think it's bad. And Obaseki is doing a lot of road and it's doing good. And I did a lot of investigations because I was in the community. I asked people, how is Obaseki doing? I told them I'm not a politician because I don't want them to attack me. They said, yes, Obaseki is doing great. He's doing great. He's doing good. He has some distraction from all those things that were happening. And about the courts and everything was good. I was in Edo State. I was in the community. I was working because I'm from Ogbe, Uzebu. I was, with leg. I just to do some experiments, to see. Everything is good. I think Obaseki is doing good. It's great.
So,
thank you.
So what's your assessment of the security situation? What can you say to that? Security.
That one is good because I was in Benin. I was in Benin City. Like I said, I work from Market One Junction to inside the market. I go to Zebu, I go to everywhere. I didn't hear that they kidnapped somebody. The only person that I heard that they kidnapped is one pastor. Other than that, everything is good.
Thank you very much.
Owese is that. Thank you very much. Owese, thanks for your call.
Thank you.
Their houses because I was at home, so I didn't go to hotel. So the light was good. So there was
another caller is calling in
Let's
directly.
take it. It's a people's show.
Okay. Hello. Hello. Okay, we lost the call.
any other question? Because I was just
Owese, you have done well. Thank you so very much. There's another matter the man they take. We will enter into that matter by the grace of God. I wear if you work about have doing that a union. Can you speak to that?
Because when you have to comment, then you get it. So because we have is enough for for example, one other you can say. So we are here Madam B. So Madam B, you have not back one. So the same price, like they have You know, it's a meeting. They have a union. So we work out program. They want anything.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
And number second one, Kenya will destroy in some places, some government business. But why you well here?
Okay. Uwese, thanks for your call.
Thank you very much.
All right, man. God bless, man.
Thank you.
Over to you, Dr. Agbons.
Irabo, you were on your speech. Go on, sir.
No, I think I'll conclude. We're just talking about the Market Women Association and the rest.
Yes, and we are going to. I know our brother Lucky Orukpe. He came to this program last year on this matter. So we'll bring him back and see what we can do. We have another caller.
Oh, yes, sir. Hello. Yeah, good evening. Please, you can reduce your other device. Now, tell us your name and where you are calling from.
Okay, my name is Dory. I'm calling from London.
Okay, go ahead, ma'am. Dory from London.
Yeah, I just came back from Nigeria as well.
Okay.
Really, about the cost of living in Belgium is very, very high.
Okay.
I came back from Nigeria about 3 days ago. Very, very high. So if we can really do something about the trade union, I think that will make the price come down.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Were you happy with other aspects, Dory?
Were you happy with other aspects like road, light, security, all those other things?
I can definitely rate him for 90%.
Okay.
It was really, really good because I went out for several times. But I came back home from out 4 a.m. in the morning. No criminal, nothing. I will always go out every day.
And that is
you have to extend it from GRA to another place because the GRA area is very, very secure.
That is Otedo, that is Benin we are talking about now.
Yeah. Thank you.
Benin is very secure.
Thank you, Doreen.
GRA, airport, food, and other stuff. Those areas are very, very close. I always go out.
Okay.
I go out in the 12 midnight, come back 4 a.m. in the morning.
Okay. Off
That's the truth.
I got it. It's all right. But where's the
and the place is open, it's lively, everybody's fine, but that cost of living.
Yeah.
Because they go to Abuja, it's a manga video.
Oh, yeah?
A bottle of Coke is 100 naira. But it's almost 150, 200 naira. So why? And I don't, and every winner, they're not making a talk. Even Abuja. A pure water is 20 naira, why a coin is 10 naira?
Okay.
It's like double the price. Because we're going to tell why we're going, because I have a lot of people on Reiki, even if I have a Reiki, we get trade, you know. I was like, that doesn't make sense.
Thank you very much, our sister Doris.
All right, sister. Thank you very much for your call. We are still on the matter. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Please let's display our number on the screen once again so that people can call in. And but the question I was trying to ask you, I know a lot of calls are coming, is what will you advise Edo people both at home and abroad? When I say abroad, I'm talking of the diaspora, with respect to this, current government that we have and going forward. Because government will come, government will go.
Definitely.
What is your advice, sir, as an elder statesman?
Yeah, the first thing I will advise is patience. We have to be very, very patient because we should try to be seeing the good in other person, not always criticizing. The advice I will give will start from myself. If you're advising somebody, you advise yourself first. Before we start to criticize, let's look inward. Let's see our own contribution to the state. Are we helping the governor? You just imagine, like the governor can build the road and tie and do gutter on it. At the end of the day, when the rain is falling, you will bring your refuge outside and pour it inside the gutter. By so doing, you will block the gutter. Tomorrow, you say the gutter is not working. The governor have not tried. We should try to have that sense of decency too. We should know what is good to do at the right time and to shun away from bad behavior. Bad behavior, if we are able to control our behavior, it's just a little thing left for the governor to do. Because the governor can do something today, tomorrow, if there's no maternal culture, how is it going to last? We just need that to discipline ourselves first. When we discipline ourselves, the little the governor can do, we support him. By then, things will move fast. Some other states in Nigeria, like Akwa Ibom, you don't see death on the floor. You don't see refugees. People don't throw death anyhow.
Sorry, we have a caller. Hello.
Yeah, hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, Bishop, and then I'll call this from Germany.
What's his name? We need to get the name. I haven't got the name.
Your name again, sir?
Are you hearing me, sir?
Yeah, we can hear you now. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm Bishop by name, calling from Germany.
Bishop from Germany.
Yes.
Go ahead, sir.
So, before I start, Nico, you do pataki, if Nika Kipane, and what about Pawato? If I rabo, where's Kakabana, what about we? The government, they are trying, or tell Baba, where in the Kotaina, someone will come out of the Mukomu way. And it's very right and not about. So the thing is, what I want to say is this. It's like in Nigeria, we have such a tradition that we believe that it is the governor that will do everything for the people. And because of that system, we are very wrong. Not until we change that mentality. Because the governor cannot do everything for the people. Okay, let me just make a little example, sir. We have some local...
Mr. Bishop, round off your statement in 60 seconds.
How many times have the youth sent letters to the local government to say, sir, we want to have a meeting with you. How you have been in power since so time. So what are the projects you have for this local government? What have you done? Everything will be about Feki. So,
okay, Mr. Bishop, can you round off in 30 seconds?
Women Association, the youth leader.
Is that a time
we will call ourselves together to ask ourselves questions. So Oba said to not be God, you know, if you do enough our prayer with there to stay. So according to me, when I just came from Nigeria not too far, Nigeria to me, those state demand is trying because the thing I saw that Oba said is doing that. What it is doing is not something that you just start to enjoy from now. That somebody will be saying they plan ahead. Now that kind of thing I put for power is planning things that we enjoy in years to come. Not about just tie road now, go the see with the time now. You know, most of our people believe on say the young tie road, this part the more, but what about the future? How is the man planning for tomorrow or next year or 10 years to come? You know, what is this setting aside that he wants his state to look like this? So the man they try, he's really tried to us. But the only problem I see that we have now, we have the problem. So it's time we have to put ourselves together.
Thank you, bro. We need to take another caller. The point is well made. Hello.
Hello, Lamte.
Yes, good evening, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Richard Iyasere. I'm known as Daddy Rich. I'm calling from New York.
Domo, sir. Go ahead, sir. The world can hear you.
Okay, thank you so much. First of all, I want to thank the entire panel, and this is the way to actually move forward to what is on the ground. People have to understand exactly what is going on, and you guys are doing that. That being said, I just came back from Benin myself. I was in a couple of states, Ondo State, Lagos, a whole of other places, but I spent most time in Benin and went with my entire family from here. So I was so shocked because so many people were always calling me, you're taking your family, be careful, be that. But I was shocked Benin was very, very safe. I moved around in all different time. I was outside by 3 a.m. I drove by myself from Benin to Uronigbe village to go and experience Ikaba festival. And
That's my brother.
I went to a couple of places driving by myself. So sometimes we are the one causing some of these issues to ourselves.
Yeah.
First of all, by putting ourselves down, spreading negative news about us, and we do most of these damages to ourselves. That being said, I'm not saying there are things there are a lot of areas that need to be worked on, but sometimes we exaggerate these things too much.
Yeah.
And I was sharing with my colleague the other time. I said, in New York City, there is no day without shooting. Then, in 24 hours, you will probably have like minimum of 4 to 5 shooting. We are immune to it. Nobody discovers. We don't say New York is dangerous. You cannot enter New York. Don't come here. We become immune to it. Benin is way more safer than New York. So we should stop this negative news about Benin. Talk about the positive things. So that has been bothering me. I just want to quickly put it out there that we should stop negative things about Benin. Whether we like the governor or not, talk about the positive things.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Daddy Rich. Thank you so much. sir.
So let's focus on the positive thing and let's focus on how to move forward or rectify things that we feel that are not going the right way. Rather than coming out on the social media and just be spreading news, talking to it. There's no place in the world that is free from all kind of things.
That the rich will say where your point is well made.
Thank you, Daddy Rich. So I
Yeah,
think
another call is interrupting his own call. He called
Yes.
through WhatsApp. We'll just take this. I don't know. How many more calls do you want to take, sir? Hello.
I will probably take two more.
I'm sorry, let me load my device.
Who you are, man? What is your name and where are you calling from?
This is Musa Glasgow.
Go ahead, sir.
What I want to say is that I will continue to say it. This regime of Areki is really doing well, and I went to Nigeria October. I'm sorry about that. October, and where I stayed, everywhere we come, and the problem was that the price of things was so high, too, because when I wanted to buy something, they said in Lagos is more cheaper than, so I have to leave everything. Then I go to Lagos and I now buy all the things I want to bring along with me. Having said that, so the road as well. Some of the roads are tight and they are still working. And the most important thing why I just called now is that I just said that Obafeki have been pushing for us to have light apart from the street light. We should have light in our home and in our various homes. Since Obafeki have been being governor, he have been saying it direct and indirect. So I was surprised because here is where all the Benin or all the Edos should come together. We didn't even know that the matter is in the courts because of they told the Obafeki that he cannot provide light for his citizens. And this where I will like everybody, all the Edo lights around the world have to come out, protest. Not be only Obafeki they go carry go court. All of us make we go court, make we go represent cannot do it alone. What can we do for Edo State? That is what individuals have to think about. Because light, as all of us know, both home and in this abroad, we know that light is power. If we have light, we can discipline ourselves. Even this social media of a thing that our beneath people and all that, the way they are misbehaving and all that, this light, this help of light, we can use it to discipline ourselves. This is how the Europe, the Western world stand up. You know, if I'm the one that's saying it, if there is no light in Western world could have been worse more than Africa. You know, so that is my contribution.
All right, my brother Nosa Glasgow, thank you so very much. OSA, your point is well made. Yes, over to you, Dr. Agbons.
Thank you very much. All our callers and Comrade Pharmacist Iremira, Comrade Ikmowosa Oriaki, and our very distinguished and cerebral guest, a citizen of Edo State, our father here, Elder Irabo Godwin. Like he said, he just visited the state and he's sharing his experience with us. Please, guys, one question or something to chip in. Just 60 seconds for the two of you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Tony Agbons. I think you've done well. And thank you to our guest. Mine is not a question, but I'm just disappointed that we didn't get any call from Nigeria and from Edo State. I would have loved us to have a call. But special appreciation to all those that contributed. At least it's good to hear from people.
Thank you. Comrade Ikpomusa Oriaki.
First, I want to, thank, the Irabo Godwin, who is my brother, for your time. And of course, special thanks to all the callers. I think this engagement is going to continue. But there's something that is getting quite nauseating. And I want to say it publicly here, that we need to change our attitude. Oftentimes, when we are having a broadcast, you see write-ups. I mean, in this particular case, I don't want to mention this young man's name. I think, a dose or so, and somebody, Philip Omoime, making reference to, is it only Benin City that is a Edo State? Can we say the same thing in Esan land? I see a lot of comments like that driving conversation. Now, we are having a program right now. And we have opened the lines. People in Benin City are calling to give their testimony about Benin City. We ought to be getting calls from Iruekme, from Irua, from Esan land, from all these other places, by the people who live there, to tell us how governance is in those places. I cannot shave your hair for you when you are not at home. We expect Edo State must move together, as one indivisible unit. The sentiment of I'm getting tired, this sentiment of this is this side, this is this side. We must understand that Edo is one. If people travel to Benin City, they will give testimonies about what they observe about Benin City. If you are in Irua, call in. Let us know what is happening in Irua or Iruekme or Auchi. If the government is trying in Benin and it's not trying in Auchi or in Irua or in Ekpoma, we want to know from people who live there so that we can channel this whole message to the government so that government will know. And I like to say, for all the negative publicity comments people are making about government is not trying, government is doing, I think it's equally good. So that government can continue to, understand that there is so much more to do. But I'm happy that we are getting a lot of positive information from people who traveled home and all of that. So I want to say the conversation is open for all Edo State people. If people from Benin City are calling, let us hear people from Irua, from Iruekme, from Ekpoma, from Auchi, from Fuga, from everywhere. Because Edo State must be governed as one. And we must all develop together. That's my take, my brother.
Thank you very much, Comrade Ikpomusa Oriaki. That's a very good one. So, on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Comrade Show, I think there's a call coming in.
You want to take that?
Yeah, quickly, we take that.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening. God
Good.
bless you.
God bless you, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Philip Obenem, and you just read my comment which I made on your.
Go ahead, Philip. I really am not pleased with your comments. That's why I said it out
Yeah.
openly.
Okay. Yeah. I know. You know, it's annoying for we to come out as a people, because this is what I've been bringing the problem between Nigeria, bringing problem in Nigeria as a whole, where the power is not being shared equal. I must tell you, and if the governor himself, last time I asked when we have a general meeting on this your platform, there was a question I asked him regarding the people of the ASEAN as a whole. So, and still yet, which he made mention of war road in what I cannot really remember where they said that the grandmother was from or something like that. Still, to date, I must tell you that Asia have never on one thing benefited from the government, which is not supposed to be so.
What part of Isha are you making reference to? Because I understand that the street light project is going to Eastern land now.
Okay, now let me start from Ikwebe local government and from Ewusa precisely. Ward 10 in Ikwebe local government.
Mr. Mohammed, let me tell you what I know. I am not defending the government. I'm not arguing with you. Recently, we went to Iroa to go and install street lights. The place we targeted privately, the palace, we were told that there are about 5 roads marked to be tarred by the government of Edo State. And that we were advised not to put, listen, we were advised not to put the street light in any of those roads because government had plans for them. That 3 of those roads had been tarred by government in Iroa, by Iroa people telling us this.
We were there.
And my team was on the ground. And before we met with the Onoji of Iroa, and he now told us where to sight the lights.
Yes, okay. Yes, that is good. Now, you said that the governor has mapped out the road which he wants to construct or whatever.
They mapped out 5 roads. They have done 3. It was remaining 2.
On this road.
I think, comrade, we got the information. I want to move ahead because we have other things to do. Yes, comrade, I need to, because I'm moderating, I need to.
Okay, Mr. Mohammed, Mr. Mohammed, sorry, the moderator wishes to, continue because of the time constraint. But I like that I engage you. I like that I engage you. I'm going to bring you after this time. You need to come on air and let me talk about this narrative. Okay? Yeah. Over to you, Dr. Agmons.
Yeah, thank you very much, comrade. And I want to thank our brother, Ovio Abba, Philip Omenime, Obulu, my brother. Thank you for calling in. Just like Comrade Oriaki was saying, this is what we want. People should not just sit down and do nothing. The reason why our society is where it is now is because, Omakame, not consign me, hey man, honor say no and all that. People talk. So whether you are Esa, whether you are Afema, whether you are from Benin, we are all the same from Edo State. So my brother, I thank you. Even though you have written on Facebook, you're not calling. We want people to be calling in. Speak your mind. And we see where clarifications is. So I just want to really commend you, my brother Philip, for calling in. So finally, Epa, Godwin Irabo, we want to thank you. So 1 minute, sir. What is your final word to everybody before you leave?
Like I said before, first and foremost, I want to thank you once again for having me on this program. I'm very grateful. During the course of the program, I discussed that the governor is trying, and I still stand by it. He's trying. If for the security alone, because 2 things that make a society to strive is security and power. That of security, I think 99% he has got it right. Then now left for the power, which is still working on. So it's left for us, the citizen, now to support him and to put our hand on his back to try to encourage him too, like that our brother have said before, maybe other people may have a contrary opinion because of where they are from. I've not had the opportunity of visiting other local government. I spoke on what I saw in Benin City per se. So I would say with what I have seen in Benin, the governor is on the right track, and I hope that he was going to conclude well too. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much, Pepa. We really appreciate your coming. We know how busy you are. You are a community leader. We pray that God will continue to bless you. And hopefully, when we call on you again, I hope we believe that you are going to oblige us. Thank you
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you very much.
Viewers of the Comrade Show, we want to move to other things. As part of our effort to be a bridge between the people of Edo State and the Edo State government, the stable of the Comrades and friends and arm of the Comrade Show will be engaging officials of the Edo State government on this program. So next week, the 13th of February, 2022, at 6 p.m. Nigerian time, we are going to be having as guests on this program the Honorable Commissioner of Education, Edo State, Joanne Osa of Viawe, PhD. She's going to be here on this show. Distinguished viewers, Edo State citizens across the world, get ready to engage with governors. Get ready to phone in come next week, Sunday. I just wanted to make that announcement. The Honorable Commissioner for Education, Joanne Osalviawe, PhD, is going to be our guest live on our Facebook handle and also on our YouTube handle. Looking forward to seeing all of you. Thank you very much. So we're going to move to another very, very important topic, which is the Eden Day. Comrade, I want you to give us a hand on this.
Oh yes, thank you very much, Dr. Wagbons. Thank you so very much. Yes, I mean, this is one thing that we are, all coming together to champion. Just to remind us, we've talked about this quite a lot. We've had an interview with our brother Izoduwa, a great historian, and and the movement has started. As a matter of fact, the build up to this is been very impressive. On the 14th, of February, which is next week Monday, Edo people across the world will be observing that day as Eden Day, Olo Eden. The reason is because we are now trying to see how we can push our own narrative. The whole idea of Valentine's and Valentine's Day, like we used to have, when we don't actually have any affinity with this Valentine of a human being, and all the matters that go around it. We kind of celebrate all of these people we don't know. We don't have any. There is nothing between us and them, and we live our own. We look at the story of Eden, the role it played in the history of Benin Kingdom, and her place in history has remained solid. And so Edo people, wise people came together and said, it is wise that instead of us to, be preaching the narrative of others, we need to start bringing our own, to the forefront. And so when Eden, as a symbolic institution in Edo State, based on her sacrifice and all of that, which she embodies, okay, we want to use on the 14th. It is being done now every year, but this year is getting even better. Hopefully next year we will be a lot better until everybody is able to key into this as it were. So Eden, based on our story, symbolizes sacrifice, the highest of sacrifice you can think of. Symbolizes love, symbolizes cleanliness. So some of us are already advocating that we should keep our environments clean on that day. If Edo State can observe environmental sanitation for that day, just to mark some of those things that Eden represents, And of course, for people who God has blessed, those who have been able to, at least they can feed themselves and have a little to throw around. Let us look at the less privileged in our society on that day, and make some sacrifice to put some smile on somebody's face. This is exactly what Eden did. She put smiles, on the faces of Edo people and, of course, on the face of the kingdom by her sacrifice. She had to restore, the kingdom and all of that. And so all of that, will be an act, towards remembering, the role of Eden in our own history as Edo people, Edo State people, people of the United Kingdom of Great Benin. So please, let's keep a date with that day, with all of us on that day. Instead of us coming up, and you are saying Happy Valentine to people, please better just say Happy Eden Day, Happy Olo Eden Day or Happy Queen Eden's Day. So on the 14th of February is Queen Eden Day. So let's keep it together. Let's mark that day and let's make it beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank
Over
you
to
very
you, bro.
much, Comrade Oriaki. Let's make that day beautiful. Pharmacist Remiran, Eden Day, February 14th, 2022. What have you got to say?
No greater thing as a man God that will lay his life for somebody. And that's what the lady did. Lamte during the week with the discussion with Izodua clearly elucidated that. And I think it's right for us to do it. One thing I take out of it is what she said. She wants her grave to be clean. And by extension, we want cleanliness in the whole of Edo State. If that alone is what we can get from it, that is the starting point. I am totally in tandem and I'm happy for that initiative. So everybody on the 14th of February, I think that is a Monday. Those in Benin, they are coming out. Let us encourage them and let us make it an annual ritual for the sake of life that she offered, which beget life that we have now. One can say if she didn't do that, maybe there would have been no royalty and no palace and no Oba. We don't know. But she gave her life to make that institution to continue to exist. So I think she's done noble. Let us celebrate it. So I joined the Comrade Show to begin to whip these sentiments and let's make it a thing that will come to stay in the entire Edo State and by extension, Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Let's make it a thing that will come to stay, and by extension, the whole of Edo State and Nigeria. Thank you so much. Like it has always been said, yeah, when no man yakmo, no yakmo got your summer, no man ya heku. Translated, that means that if you that owns a cloth, you take it to be a rag, your neighbor will use it to clean all the mess around.
Yeah.
We have a propensity, not just those state people, Nigerians, especially most Nigerians. It is foreign things that we value. That thing that is happening in another country, that's the one we love and we will glue to it. From football, Premiership, La Liga, the way we'll be talking about it, to Halloween. Recently, I heard that the way they celebrate Halloween in Nigeria now, St. Valentine, and people will be running up and down for St. Valentine. So when we talk of our own celebration, people don't even want to hear about it. But I'm happy that a show like the Comrade Show and some others, we are coming together now to say, let's be celebrating our own history. Let's be pushing our own narrative. Because I tell you, my people, when the story of hunting is being said, the hunter is always king. So he will always hear his own side. Nobody's coming to tell our story. It's the way we package our society. That is how people will take it. So I'm for this Queen Eden Day. She made a huge sacrifice, in the times comes past. So we have to celebrate it. So thank you very much, Comrade Lante, for bringing this up. So we move to our last item that we have today, which is the African Cup of Nations. In very few minutes, the finals is going to take place between the Teranga Lions of Senegal and the Pharaohs of Egypt. Comrade Lamptey, how you see this final?
Honestly, congratulations to both teams. It's just unfortunate that the Nigerian team did not put in all they need to do to advance. You remember when we were playing Egypt, after we played Egypt, we had a program and I made an open declaration that I saw Egypt and Nigeria in the finals.
Yeah, you said so.
Today, Egypt is in the finals, but Nigeria did not just heed. Unfortunately, we have Buhari who made that dangerous call. Well, it's going to be a very big duel. I probably think that this match may go to penalties. May be decided by penalties because, and if it does, Egypt may just win. But if this match doesn't go to penalties, Senegal may just edge Egypt out. And the reason I said so is that I've watched Egypt. They are a very strong side. They hardly score in the course of 90 minutes, but they hardly concede goals either.
Yeah.
Okay, so they like to drag these things and drag it. And with the way the Senegalese play, I mean, they've missed 3 finals. Honestly, I really would like that Senegal wins this cup. But somehow, something tells me that, the old pharaohs, they always have a way around it. They've won this thing. They won this cup about 7 times, isn't it?
Yes.
So somehow, but my heart goes with Senegal. But something tells me that Egypt is just going to, their ancestors, the pharaohs, are just going to, stand with them again, and that's what I think.
Thank you very much.
I hope Senegal wins.
We know you are a very spiritual man. You see things that most people don't see. You predicted, I remember, in fact, I even wrote it down. You predicted an Egypt-Nigeria final. And now we've got an Egypt-Senegal final. The Senegalese. And the Senegalese, they are our brothers from West Africa.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
I was going to say that what I did not see when I was looking into the spiritual realm, I didn't see the call of the president. If I had seen that, I would not have added Nigeria to that prediction.
You and this your call of the president. You are still hammering on that. Okay, Pharmacist Remina. This is good.
Yeah, mine is just a quick one.
No, I'm coming. I want to ask you something. We are having this final. 2 great African teams. But there is something I want our viewers to know here. Egypt, like Comrade said, have won this trophy 7 times. In fact, they are the most successful African team in AFCON. Senegal have not won this trophy, but they have been runners-up on 3 occasions. They lost to the indomitable Lions of Cameroon in 2002. They lost to the Desert Warriors of Algeria in the last edition in 2019, and now they are in the finals. What is your prediction? Who do you think will carry the day? Pharmacist.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tony Agbons. I am not a veteran when it comes to predictions. I hardly go to the spiritual sphere and I have no metaphysics like Lamte or Rahi. But before I make my comment on that, I want to congratulate Cameroon for coming 3rd place yesterday that was played. And like you said, in a few minutes' time, in 2 hours' time, whether we like it or not, a champion will emerge and somebody would come second. My wish today is that we have a good game. Let the officiating be good. And I want to say it is a clash of the 2 Liverpool great men, Mo Salah and Mane. And I just want to hope and wish, and I want to predict that Senegal should take today's the day and win the title. Simply because of that man, Mane. I read about him a few years ago, how he came from obscurity to stadium, and now he has been contributing immensely. In fact, he's built loads of schools in Senegal. So I'm rooting for Senegal because of the man, Mane. But I'm not good in prediction. I will leave it as just a wish. I hope in 2 hours' time, it will be Senegal. And
Your
like you
wish,
said,
your wish is sanctified, my brother.
thank you so much, the metaphysics man.
The metaphysics man, the comrade that know what the Inwi. Yeah, they have seen it in the night. So because Comrade mentioned Egypt and Nigeria in the final. I
He said so.
I can still remember where he was sitting when he made that statement. So
I wish there was no phone call. But we leave it at that.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. We hope that the better team will win. But for me, my heart is with Senegal. They've been in the finals 3 times and they have lost. So I just pray that this 3rd time they will be 3rd time lucky. All right. So that is just about it we've got on this show today, and I want to thank all our viewers, especially our callers, to the citizen experience Edo State in Focus that we had today with Elder Godwin Erabo, Tayo Asemuta from the UK, Collins Osazuwa from Norway, Monoyan from Switzerland, Mary Obasoge from the UK, Osa Ehige all the way from France, Nekman from Canada, our sister Doris from UK, our brother Bishop from Germany, Richard Iyasere, our popular Daddy Rich from the United States of America, Comrade Nosa from Glasgow in Scotland, and our brother Philip Omonime. We thank you all so much for calling in and for making your contribution. All our other contributors that drop messages on both our Facebook, I cannot call all your names, YouTube. We are seeing all your comments. Thank you so much. It is because of you that we are here. Next week, don't forget, we are having as our guest, as part of our engagement with governance in Edo State, the Comrade Show is having the Honorable Commissioner for Education, Joanne Osa of Viawe, PhD, 6 p.m. Nigerian time. We are going to be live on this. Promises to be explosive and exciting. Get ready to ask your questions. Let's engage with government. We cannot just sit down and say, oh, not them, not them. This is the time for us to chip in the little we can and talk to them because they cannot know it all. We all are stakeholders in the development of our great state. Thank you all so much. Comrade, I will hand over to you now to close the show.
Yes, Dr. Agbons, thank you so very much. You've done a humus job, a very good job. Thank you. Of course, thanks to all our callers, or everybody it's been very participatory. People have been making comments. Easy Life, you have asked us to, remind people the story of Eden. Of course, time will not permit us, but I want to assure you that in the course of the week, we're going to have, some time to talk about Eden again. Of course, talk about the story of Eden again. Please keep it there with us. I'm sure you're going to get a broadcast. Yes, Austin Remira, my brother, I want to say thank you for being part of this show today, Austin Remira. And of course, Dr. Agbons, you guys are just excellent people. Thank you guys so very much. So viewers and friends of the Comrade Show, please, if you are not yet following the Comrade Show, just click the button on Facebook, subscribe to the YouTube channel, be part of this discourse. What we do here is discussions around moving Edo State and Nigeria forward, nothing more. Be part of that agenda. Let us join hands together to build our own society together. On that note, I want to say we're going to see hopefully tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, but we're going to see definitely regularly. And on Sunday, don't forget to keep a date with us. The Commissioner of Education is going to be with us. Somebody's already asking questions about Kiado law and what is happening. She will provide a response because she's in government right now. I am not in government. So we're going to be asking her all the relevant questions that border on education. So please keep a date with us. It's going to be very interactive. The lines will be open. We expect people to call. Ask your questions, man. Make your comments. Let us make it, as participatory as possible. And going forward, we want to be engaging the different ministries of government, to, of course, bring governance closer to the people, by engaging with these people and, of course, knowing exactly what is happening as far as Edo State is concerned and governance. On that note, my people, I want to say bye for now. May God bless you and may God bless Edo State and Nigeria.
Comrade Show with Comrade Lante Oriente. This is the Comrade Show.